the North Carolina quarter, for anyone who's curious. Looking good. I hate to ask this, guys, but how many of you have the Texas Hold'em song stuck in your head? Like, I love TikTok, I do, but they have burned this song into my brain. I just want to know I'm not alone. Anybody else suffering from Texas Hold'em syndrome? Can't be the only one. Really? Just me? Alright. If you guys say so. Heck yeah. Welcome back. So, what I do is I take coins and make them into rings. This particular set of coin rings is the state quarters. So I've got these available in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. Just tap the little shopping cart down there, pick your size, and I will make you one. If you need a half or quarter size, leave a note when you place your order, and I can do that for you. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. But yeah, we're just making steak quarters into rings for customers. So far, we've had a lot of happy customers here on TikTok. We're on our way to, I think, 250 orders. Y'all go ahead and check for me real quick. Tap the shopping cart, see how many it says are sold. Curious what the number is now. It's hard to keep up with. But yeah, just make coins into rings. That's my thing. If you want one, buy one. it's pretty simple. I don't know. 237. Let's go. Yeah, that's nuts. That's pretty wild. And all 5-star reviews, except for one, which is like a super weird 3-star review. I don't know what to say for that person, but everybody else seems very pleased. If you don't believe me, tap the shopping cart, read the reviews. If you like the reviews, give them little hearts. You know, you can like a review if you want. That's cool. Next one up is Missouri. You think they would want some of my rings? You think they're that cool? I bet they would want some. But enough to knock on my door for them? That's a little invasive. Hopefully they'll just order them through the shop. You know, that's what I recommend. Yeah, I've got Hawaii. Just tap the little shopping cart down here. Pick your state, which seems to be Hawaii, and your size. I can make one for you. We got another order, y'all. So that makes it 238. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If anybody has any questions, put them in the chat, okay? Yeah, I can size. If you need a half or quarter size, just leave a note when you place your order. I think the size range right now is like 7 to 11, something like that. I can actually go from 5 to 12. So if you need something a little larger or smaller, or you need a half or quarter size, just leave a note for me. I can go down to size 5 and up to size 12. Yeah, it is legal. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't. I'm not out here trying to get in trouble. Just out here making cool jewelry. Ain't hurting nobody. It's good for the economy, right? The best way to check your ring size is to actually physically visit a jewelry store. I know it seems like a little extra effort than most people want to do, but you're going to be much happier with the size you get at a jewelry store compared to trying to size your finger with like a piece of string or paper or something stupid like that. It's never accurate. Don't do that. Go to a jewelry store, get size there. So it's illegal to fraudulently alter currency, but that's not what I'm doing. An example of that would be like changing the date on a coin, changing like a penny to look like a dime and trying to spend it. Any change that is meant to like deceive someone is against the law. But that's not what I do. I take coins and I make them into rings, and I show you guys how I do it step by step. So there's no fraud here. All my customers know what they're getting when they order from me. You're going to get a coin ring. Right? It's not going to be money anymore. Don't try and spend it. Wear it because it's cool. It's a coin ring. I've been making these for about 4 years now. So yeah, if it was illegal, they would have shut me down a long time ago. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. And make sure to check out the little TikTok shop listing down here. You can get a state quarter coin ring if you want. TikTok tends to give people coupons randomly. See if you got a coupon. Might be able to save a little bit of money and get you something cool. Yeah. If you're enjoying the live, tap the screen. We've got 286 likes on this live and almost 800 people watching. That math ain't mathing, y'all. Tap the screen a couple times. Make it make sense. Does it turn your finger green? Yeah. These are mostly copper. What I recommend to prevent them from turning your finger green is applying clear fingernail polish. So there's kind of a barrier between the metal and your skin. If you're really worried about green finger, I do offer 90% silver and fine silver rings. You'll just need to go through the link in my profile to find those. They do not turn your fingers green. They are a bit more expensive because it's a precious metal, but they don't have the green finger problem. Unfortunately, that is just a result of copper. Not much you can do about it. It's not harmful. It's just something copper does. A lot of people like copper jewelry, and a lot of people ask me to make these, so that's why I offer them. But green finger is kind of like an issue. Like I said, just put some clear fingernail polish on it every once in a while, and that helps prevent it. Yeah, good question. Y'all been tapping that screen pretty good. Almost at 4,000 likes. That's much better. Thank you. Yeah, if anybody else has any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching. Well, shaky, shaky. Sorry about that. Nice Missouri quarter. Now what I'm going to do is remove this like lip right on the inside edge right here. Very nice. Yeah, that's definitely one way to make a coin ring. It takes a long time. It's pretty rough on the hands. And it usually beats up the coin pretty good. It's definitely a respectable way to go about it. I prefer to make coin rings where you have lots of detail all over them, inside and out. But that's just me. Where do I purchase 999 silver? Do I make it? I make both 0.95 and 999 for X-ray films. I'm not sure what you're asking. So usually about 20 minutes to make a quarter coin ring, and then there's like post-processing where I have to polish it up. That takes about 10-15 minutes, and then I gotta pack and ship it. It's another 10 to 15 minutes, so altogether probably about an hour. Outside looks like turtle shell, just like the inside of the coin split. But it was, oh, okay. I see, you're talking about your ring. I was like, my ring looks like a turtle? I don't know about that. I think so. I'm making quarters into rings for my customers. If you'd like to see what these look like when they're finished, you can tap the little shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, all 50 states available, as well as Puerto Rico. These are handmade with real quarters. If you need a half or quarter size, just leave a note when you place your order. I can do that for you. Thank you very much, James. Yeah, I'm doing good, Mr. Jim. What am I doing with that tool? So if you look on the outside of the ring, you can see this raised ring of metal right on the edge there. There was one on the inside as well. And it's pretty uncomfortable, and it also makes it difficult to size the ring. So I usually just cut that away so it's nice and smooth. And that makes sizing it a lot easier, and it also makes it more comfortable. So yeah, that's what we were doing there. You probably want to, I mean, you shouldn't report me, but the people who would most likely be interested, I think, is the Secret Service. I think they're in charge of money crimes, but I'm not breaking any laws. This is very similar to like penny smashing machines you might find at Six Flags or SeaWorld. You aren't allowed to fraudulently alter currency, but you are allowed to like make art and jewelry out of it. So that's what I do, and I think it's pretty cool. But honestly, man, that's a pretty Karen comment. Like, not to call you out, but like you may want to assess like how you leave comments in public forums. You know, think a little bit about it. Like, you know, would I appreciate it if somebody commented this at me? You know, spend a second in someone else's shoes. You know, craft your comment so it's, you know, eloquent and comes across so that you look like, you know, a professional and not like a Karen. Like, you know, just be nice. That's all I'm trying to say. Be nice, y'all. It's easy. It's so easy to be nice. Just be nice. Thanks, man. Like, I wish I could take you more seriously, but your username is like... it's got me dead. Like, you're saying all the right things, but your username is like, what? Dorothy, thank you very much for your order. Let me see. What state did you get? Just don't read it. All right, I won't look at it anymore. That's so funny. Georgia. Okay, then it's in the mail. It's on the way. Please make sure to leave a review here on TikTok when you do get it in. They're super important. So far, we've gotten a lot of very nice reviews. If you guys want to check them out, tap the shopping cart. Go read the reviews. They're pretty great. I've been on TikTok for about 4 years, and my account pretty much blew up like the second year. So it was before Shop even existed, and it was mostly because there was a time period here on TikTok where you could post like really, really short videos, and like if people watched them over and over, they would give you like a ton of views, and I kind of like harnessed onto that. That's where most of my growth came from. Right now, most of it comes from lives. I don't put a lot of effort into posting videos because there's like, I don't know, everybody knows about like the 200 view kind of stopgap. So I don't put a lot of effort into videos right now. I'm waiting for them to kind of like open those floodgates again so I can actually post cool stuff, but it sucks to put so much effort into something and nobody sees it. So I spend most of my time on live. I don't know, I always try to look for like what TikTok wants me to do. Like usually when they add a new feature, I really try to like take advantage of it as much as possible. And because they reward you for it. So if they come out with something new, like right now, like horizontal videos, they want you to do those, or over a minute videos, stuff like that. But I don't know. Videos don't get rewarded very much these days. I haven't broke like 10,000 in months on views, and I have videos with like 6 million views. So it's a little discouraging. So I prefer just to hop on live and chat with you guys, mano a mano. It's working pretty good. What are coins made of nowadays? It's kind of like a sandwich of nickel and copper. So there's like a hamburger, right? The copper is the meat of the hamburger, and the nickel is the bun, and they just kind of smash them together. So it looks nice and shiny, but it's actually mostly copper if you look on the inside. Pennies are made of zinc these days. That is like super lightly coated in copper, which is kind of interesting. Because for quarters, they use nickel to hide the copper, and for pennies, they use copper to hide the zinc. I never thought about it like that. Do I have any made out of silver quarters? I do. You'll just need to go through the link in my profile. I have a lot more coin rings through that link. I'm just kind of dipping my toes into a TikTok shop here. Thank you. I like the ring on my thumb too. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, major call to action break time. If you haven't, hit the follow button, tap the shopping cart, like the live by tapping the screen a bunch. Do all the nice, cool things. Go. Yeah, okay. I was like, are we still in frame? I hope so. It's not a very close shot, but you can still see what I'm doing. We'll take it. It'll work. Itty bitty little California. How cute. Well, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you just joined in and you're like, what the heck's going on here? I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings. These particular coins are made out of state quarters. So I've got all 50 states available. All you have to do is tap the shopping cart, pick your state and your size, and I'll make one for you. If you need a half or quarter size, just leave a note on your order, and we'll get that set up for you. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you enjoy it, yo. It's been a pleasure. What am I doing now? If you look on the, on the outside of the ring, there's a bit of raised metal right on the edge here under the text. There's also raised metal on the inside of the ring. What I'm doing is just cutting that away to make it more comfortable. I do have Susan B. Anthony rings. You'll just need to go through the link in my profile to find them. Yeah. I've never had anybody have any issues with my rings. Usually the biggest issue is that the customer tried to measure their ring size with like a string or a piece of paper and got an inaccurate size. And when that happens, I send them to a jewelry store to get sized there. Once they got the right size, I have them send me the ring back and I resize it for free and then send it back. That doesn't happen very often. Other than that, my customers are pretty pleased. I've never had anybody have an issue. If you're worried about it, I would recommend getting something that's like 90% silver or fine silver. Like if you already know you have skin issues with particular metals, fine silver is probably the purest way to go, least likely to have any kind of interaction with skin. I've tried a little bit of stone setting. It's pretty difficult. So I'm just not quite practiced enough to offer it to customers yet. They just don't look as good as I want them to. I need more practice. But it's probably something I'll offer in the future. And it's definitely something I've dipped my toes into. It's not easy. It's one of those things you have to do like 100 times before you actually figure out how to do it right. So that's like 100 rings I have to screw up. So I'm a little hesitant to to do it. I don't like ruining rings. I'm practicing setting stones. It hurts my heart to take a perfectly good ring and screw it up practicing setting stones in it. I wonder if it would be cool to add thrown in paper rings as are in each package. I mean, even those aren't that great at accurately sizing fingers. And that usually comes down to just user error. So that's why I recommend you go to a professional. Like, it's not just the tool. Like, if it was just the tool, I would tell people to go get these and size themselves. The issue is people don't know how to properly use these to find a comfortable size. So that's why I send people to a jeweler. They're going to set you up with a size that's going to be comfortable and not like fall off, but not be too tight. And then I can work off of that and get you a really nice ring. At least that's what I shoot for. Happy customers. If you don't believe me, tap the shopping cart, read the reviews. Like, my number one goal is happy customers. If I can't run a business without happy customers, I'm not going to do it. We go. California. All right, guys, I'm all caught up on my orders. If you guys want to get yourselves one of these, tap the shopping cart and pick your state and your size. If you need a half or quarter size, leave a note when you place your order. If you have any questions, put them in the chat right now. If you want to see more coin ring making cool stuff, hit the follow button and you'll see more of my stuff. That's usually how it works. No, I've got the coins. You just place your order and I'll grab a coin and make it for you. It's really in the eye of the beholder, man. I understand these aren't for everybody, but the people that do get them are usually pretty pleased. But I mean, you're a time traveler, so what do I know? All right, y'all. I'm going to head on out. I hope the rest of your day is freaking awesome. We'll catch you next time. Peace.